Assignment number 2, Tsunami. Take a look at the graphic. Take a look at the title. You might not be able to pronounce every word, but you got a big wave. You can call it a T if you can't say tsunami. Okay, we're taking a look at paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a look at your questions. Use the clues from each paragraph. Who's in the sentence? What are they doing? Create a statement for each paragraph, highlighting the facts in each paragraph. Who is the paragraph talking about? What are they doing? If you take a look at paragraph 1, who is paragraph 1 talking about? Remember, the who can also be a topic. It can be an object. It can be a subject. Take a look at paragraph 2, history. Focus on that word history. It's a bold word. It's going to tell you the facts of the past. I see 8,000 years ago. That's a clue for history. I see a Greek historian. That's a clue for history. You have the word history and side historian. That's a clue. I have another clue for historian. That must mean the history and the historians are linked to tsunami. Paragraph 1 is talking about the introduction of the story. Paragraph 2 is talking about the history of tsunamis. Paragraph 3, you're introduced to historians. In paragraph 2 and 3, that can give a chord of tsunamis. Take a look at paragraph 4. You have another bold word. Paragraph 2 has a clue. Paragraph 1 has a clue for your genre. You should be listing it now. Fiction or non-fiction. You got bold words. You have a graphic. Take a look at paragraph 5. You have more bold words. A bright and violent life. Take a look at paragraph 6. Take a look at paragraph 7. We're describing what can take place in tsunamis. What you can do, a brief and violent life, birth of a tsunami in history. Those are my bold words. And that graphic is a clue for tsunami. Remember, we're relating all of our statements from each paragraph to the title. What is a tsunami? The history of a tsunami, the birth of a tsunami, a brief and violent life of a tsunami. What can we do in a tsunami or for a tsunami? Take a look at question number 1. Which section of the text will most likely tell the reader about efforts to protect coastal cities from dangerous tsunamis? Circle section of the text. They want you to go back and look. Circle efforts to protect. What are you protecting? Coastal cities from what? Dangerous tsunamis. Circle efforts to protect. Circle coastal cities. Circle dangerous tsunamis. The history of a tsunami tells you what? I see dates and I see people talking about when they first were observed, so I would eliminate history. Birth of a tsunami. It looks like they're telling me how a tsunami is created. I would eliminate birth. Take a look at a brief and violent life. That's telling me what happens when a tsunami is created and what it does during its destructive path. Take a look at D. What can we do? What can we do for what? Who is we? Humans. To do what? Protect ourselves and our property from tsunamis. I would circle D. Take a look at number 2. What is the meaning of the word generate in paragraph 1? Move over to paragraph 1. Read the sentence with the word generate. These waves are called tsunamis, and scientists are working to learn more about what generates them. You can take each answer choice and plug it in there to see if it makes sense. You can also look at the sentence before the sentence with the vocabulary word in there. Not the answer is yes. You got to look at all of those sentences before it. Sentences maybe 1 or 2 before the sentence with the vocabulary word in there, okay? Maybe even have to go 3. Could these stories be true? Do such monster waves exist? The answer is yes. These waves are called tsunamis, and scientists are working to learn about what generates them, what cools them, what hides the waves. How can a huge wave be hidden? What other clues do we have from paragraph 1? I see it. I see it. I see it. Do you see it? I got giant. I got 100 feet high. Okay? So generates these waves. Generates these big, huge waves. Cools waves. Destroys waves. Hides waves, or causes waves. I would focus on causes. Number 2 is J. Take a look at number 3, exposed. What's the most important word in that sentence? In that question for number 3? Yes, antonym. We're looking for the opposite of exposed. Circle anonym. Circle exposed. We'll look in paragraph 5. Circle paragraph 5. We're looking at paragraph 5 for the opposite of exposed. The opposite of exposed. It leaves a large part of the beach exposed. It leaves a large part of the beach covered. It leaves a large part of the beach open. It leaves a large part of the beach visited. It leaves a large part of the beach burning. I would eliminate burning because we know the beach is not burning, especially with water right there. So we can eliminate D. You got A, B, and C. If a tsunami is coming and people have to leave, we're going to eliminate visited because it's not going to be visited. Now we're looking at covered and we're looking at open. Exposed means what? What? It leaves a large part of the beach open. But remember, guys, we're looking for the opposite of exposed. The opposite of open is A, covered. Do not pick B, because that's the answer for exposed, but remember you need the. Take a look at number 4. The graphic best supports which detail from the selection? You're talking about the picture right there by the title. Circle graphic, circle supports which detail? Okay, we're taking a look at S. Scientists have found evidence of tsunamis along the coast of Norway from as long as 8,000 years ago. That picture does not tell you anything about scientists finding evidence of tsunamis 8,000 years ago. You can eliminate 8,000 years ago. Look at G. Hopefully with enough warning, people's lives can be saved when the next tsunami happens. I would circle people because I see a little person on that picture. I would circle enough warning because there is a warning sign, and I would circle tsunami happens because it's a picture of a tsunami coming. Our best possible answer is G. Take a look at H. I would eliminate large lakes. That does not look like a large lake to me. That looks like a wave coming from the ocean. I would take a look at J. The wave isn't very high in the deep water of the ocean. I would eliminate J. J is the dumbest answer up there because if you see, that wave is already above that man's head. Take a look at number 6. We're going down because we're on the left-hand side. According to the selection, a tsunami in the deep water of the ocean. Circle tsunami, circle deep water of the ocean. Go to the paragraph that's talking about a tsunami in the deep water for the ocean. Take a look at A. F. Can turn ships upside down. The wave is not that big in the middle of the ocean. It's not going to turn ships upside down in the deep water. Remember, you're thinking about the deep water. Take a look at G. It's dangerous for people that might be surfing the giant wave. People will not be surfing in this part of the story because surfing wasn't in there. So I would eliminate surfing. Take a look at J. It's colder than the tsunami in shallow water. I would eliminate colder. We're not comparing the temperature of the water. Take a look at J. It's not very high and may pass under ships without being noticed. I would circle not very high. I would circle may pass under ships without being noticed. Best answer for number 6 is J. If you take a look at paragraph 5, second or third sentence, guys, it tells us that the sailors might not even notice the wave passing under their ship because it's not that high. Okay, we have to go back and look at the sentences in sequential order. Take a look at number 8. Which sentence best completes the diagram? Cause and effect. The sudden motion of the earth under the ocean moves a giant column of water. A tsunami is created. Well, go circle the words sudden motion. Circle the words sudden motion of Earth. Sudden motion of Earth. What's the sudden motion of Earth? Earthquake. Okay? Let's think about that. An earthquake. Okay? So the cause is an earthquake. After an earthquake, a big wave happens. A tsunami is created. Okay, let's take a look at F. Ships from the coast are carried inland by a giant wave. That's not going to cause a tsunami. Not a ship. We said we're looking for sudden motion of the earth. Okay, or an earthquake. Eliminate ships. Movement of the earth's tectonic plates causing an earthquake. Possible answer, circle earthquake. I see movement, I see motion. Circle movement, circle motion. Take a look at H. Evidence of massive waves is found in the country of Norway. Eliminate Norway. Dumbest answer up there. We're talking about the world. We're not talking about just the country of Norway. Take a look at J. A large portion of the beach is exposed. That's what happens after a wave comes and removes the water from the coastline, and then the wave crashes back. Our best answer for number 8 is G. Movement. Tectonic plates, earthquake. Take a look at 5, top of the page. Which sentence from the selection best supports the idea that first explained how tsunamis are formed? Take a look at A. He believed the great wave must have been sent by the Greek god of the sea. If I go look in paragraph 3, he doesn't believe that. He was watching an earthquake, and after the earthquake happened, a tsunami formed. I would eliminate great wave sent by Neptune. Take a look at B. Scientists are working to cover the world's oceans with sensors. This answer does not support the question, guys. You should be circling best supports idea in the question. These first explained tsunamis are formed. Circle tsunamis are formed. You're thinking about the history of tsunamis, not scientists. Put X on scientists. Take a look at C. He believed that the earthquake must have caused a tsunami. Best possible answer, earthquake caused tsunami, because he was watching an earthquake and then a tsunami came. Take a look at D. Cities and even entire civilizations can be destroyed. Yes, they can, but they can be destroyed by a lot of things, not just tsunamis. We're talking about what he saw. The reader can conclude that. Take a look at number 7. A. Given early enough warning, scientists may be able to save many people from tsunamis in the future. The sign next to the title is a warning. A is a possible answer. Circle enough warning. B. Earthquakes are more dangerous than tsunamis. Eliminate earthquakes. Eliminate more dangerous. Earthquakes cause tsunamis. They work together to create destruction. Scientists will probably never be able to tell if a tsunami is coming. False. They're creating ways and with sensors to identify earthquakes that make tsunamis. Eliminate C. D. Tsunamis are worse in Japan than other countries. Eliminate the word Japan, because we are not talking about what happens in Japan. We're talking about earthquakes creating tsunamis and what happens. The best answer for number 7 is A. Take a look at number 9. The section titled A Brief and Violent Life is mostly about. Guys, if I take a look at paragraph 5 and take a look at paragraph 6, when it's talking about a brief and violent life, I keep seeing this word over and over and over. Build. Build. Okay? Take a look at A. The speed of tsunami in the deep water of an ocean. It's not about the speed. A brief and violent life is talking about short and destroy. Okay? The movement of the Earth's tectonic plates. B is earthquake. The flooding that happens after a tsunami. C is talking about the flood. D, how a tsunami builds. I would circle builds. And I would circle crashes into dry land, because when something crashes that's very big, it's going to create a violent, destructional event. Okay? So I would link violent to crashes, and I would link builds to paragraph 5 and 6. Answer choice number 10 from paragraph 3 is G. He saw a tsunami occur just after the earthquake. We talked about that in number 5, guys. Thanks.